Relocating to a new city is a huge decision. And if you're considering a move to Raleigh, North Carolina, you probably have a lot of questions just like we did. My family and I relocated from California to Raleigh about 7 years ago. And let me tell you, it has been one of the best decisions we have ever made. We were searching for a place that offered a strong sense of community, a slower pace of life, good schools for our kids, career opportunities, and more affordable living. Raleigh checked all the boxes. Back then, we had so many unknowns. What were the people like? What was the weather like? Really like. Would we be able to find a great home in a safe neighborhood, which is very important? And what would daily life feel like compared to the West Coast? So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through everything you'd wanna know if you're thinking about making that same move. We'll cover the job market, housing market, schools, the vibe of the city, what things cost, and of course, some local secrets you won't want to miss. So whether you're relocating for work, lifestyle, or just looking for a fresh start, grab a coffee and let's explore what life is really like in Raleigh, North Carolina in 2025. Let's go ahead and jump right in and start with the Raleigh Triangle. Over the past few years, Raleigh's built a reputation as one of the best places to live, and the accolades just keep coming in. In 2024, it was named the #1 most livable city by far and wide, and Wallet Hub ranked it #1 in the country for driver friendliness. This year in 2025, Raleigh-Durham came in #3 on US News and World Reports as the best places to live. And that's not all. Raleigh remains in the top 10 for tech jobs, and it continues to be ranked as one of the safest large cities in the country, and was recently named #2 hottest housing market in the United States. Now, I'm not sure how excited I am for that one. We used to be one of the best kept secrets. Well, the secrets are out. Now people want to be part of all this lifestyle and all it has to offer. Let's talk about first impressions and culture before making the move. First off, I highly recommend at least coming down to visit prior to making the move. One thing that we didn't do. Don't make that same mistake. My family and I did that when we moved here, sight unseen in 3 weeks. Now I will say it all worked out, but if we could have visited first, probably wouldn't have had to move twice before finding the town that best fit our lifestyle that we wanted to live. When we first arrived in Raleigh, I immediately noticed how much Raleigh had changed since the prior decade. I had visited it and it was no longer the sleepy town I remembered it as. It's evolved in so many new and exciting ways, it's beyond belief. While it's more progressive and has grown, it still retains a slower, more relaxed pace of life compared to the places like California, Florida, New York, woo baby. In comparison to Charlotte, North Carolina, Raleigh feels like the baby sister to Charlotte, and then Charlotte's the big sister. And when it comes to the local people here, that was the game changer for us. Everyone was so friendly. I even had my wife test it out. He started a conversation with random people while we were out, and without fail, it would turn into a 10-minute friendly chat. That sense of community was exactly what we were looking for. A lot of people ask me, with so many transplants moving in, is Raleigh losing its small town southern charm? And the answer is, nope. If anything, it feels like we're attracting the right kind of people. Friendly, open community, like-minded individuals who want to be part of something special. Sure, there are always a few people who may not wave back or just are having a bad day, but overall, it's pretty dang good. We're still surrounded by genuinely kind-neighbored people. In fact, in 2024, Wallet Hub ranked Raleigh-Durham and Charlotte among the happiest cities in the country. Raleigh was also recently ranked the 6th best place to live in the US, thanks to our amazing mix of parks, greenways, museums, the thriving arts and music scene, which is awesome. And when it comes to location and connectivity, one of the best perks is its central location. You've got Durham and Chapel Hill about 30 minutes away, and they each have their own personality and culture vibe. If you're looking for a bigger metro experience, Charlotte is just a few hours away. We're also right in the middle of Research Triangle Park, or they call it the RTP, which is home to more than 300 companies and is one of the most dynamic job markets in the country. The RTP truly sets this area apart with its concentration of tech, healthcare, biotech innovation, and it keeps on moving. Moving on to the job market and economy. Raleigh's job market in 2025 is as strong as ever. The unemployment rate is holding steady at around 3.2%, which is below the national average. Even more exciting, job growth over the next decade is forecasted at 47%, far outpacing the national average of 33%. We're seeing a high demand for software engineers, data scientists, biotech researchers, and clean energy professionals. Major employers like IBM, Red Hat, Cisco, and SAS are all headquartered here or have significant operations here. And with so many people now working remotely, Raleigh has become a magnet for the digital professionals, thanks to its high quality of life and strong infrastructure. Now let's talk about the cost of living, which was a huge factor in our decision to move here. Raleigh continues to be significantly more affordable than major cities like Los Angeles or New York. As of Q1 2025, the median home price in Raleigh is approximately $470,000. A 3-bedroom rental is about $1,600 a month. Utilities are about 10% below the national average. And gas prices average just under $3 per gallon. And you, if you look a little bit, can find gas in places for $2.50 to $2.75. Looking at my prior city in Los Angeles, if I were to move back there today, our cost of living would be nearly 35% lower in Raleigh, North Carolina, with most of the savings in housing, whether it's to buy a home or rent. For utilities, it's over 20% lower. However, gas is 33% lower, and grocery costs come in about 7 to 10% below the national average, though personally, I feel like there's certain produce that's definitely more expensive, like avocados that we bought a lot in Southern California. Now, I'll say with full disclosure, medical did increase. For us, between health coverage, doctor's visits, and prescriptions, it definitely was a little bit of a challenge. But we had Kaiser in California, which isn't an option here, which maybe made it a little bit better. But still, holistically, we are saving a pretty penny, or should I say dollars. We also benefit from a flat state tax of 4.75%, and property taxes are around 0.75% of your assessed value. And depending on which county you live in, which can fluctuate. Taking a look at housing types and neighborhoods, if you're used to older, smaller homes and tight spaces, Raleigh's housing market will be a breath of fresh air. You will find a nice mix of well-established neighborhoods along with newer built homes, many offering square footage and bigger lots compared to other parts of the country. I know our housing dollars stretch a lot further here in North Carolina than in California. The average home sizes range from 2,000 to 3,000 square foot, and lot sizes average around quarter of an acre. I will say if you're buying new construction home, the lot sizes are definitely on the smaller footprint these days and typically average from around 0.16 to 0.22 of an acre. But if your budget allows, there's some amazing new construction opportunities with acreage from a half an acre to an acre still in some areas. Here you'll see a nice mix of modern craftsmanship, ranch style homes, colonial styles. Most suburban neighborhoods offer amenities like pools, parks, walking trails, and family-friendly events, which we always love out here. Prices in desirable areas range from the mid 400,000s up to 750,000 or more. And we have some beautiful luxury homes and neighborhoods to choose from that can average from $1 million to over $2 million, offering custom homes on spacious lots, often in amenity-rich neighborhoods, which are insane. If you want to know more about our luxury homes here in the Triangle, make sure to watch this video where I talk about more of those gorgeous neighborhoods. When it comes to sports and entertainment, if you're a sports lover at heart, you're gonna love it here. We're right in the heart of ACC country with powerhouse schools like NC State, Duke, and UNC. There's always a college basketball or football game to watch. While Raleigh doesn't have a major pro team in football or basketball, Charlotte's just a short drive away. And if you want to see the Panthers or Hornets play, and trust me, if you've never been to a Carolina Hurricanes hockey game, you need to go. Energy is electric, and it's right here in Raleigh. For concerts and shows, check out the Lenovo Center, formerly PNC Arena, and D-Pack in Durham for Broadway productions and live performances, which our family really loves, and Kokabooth Amphitheater in Cary for outdoor events and seasonal festivals. Safety was a top priority for us as well, and Raleigh ranks as the 3rd safest state capital and 8th safest city in the country in 2024, according to wallethood.com. If you look at surrounding suburbs near Raleigh, you'll find many of these cities and towns rank in the top 20 for safety, including Cary, Apex, Holly Springs, Fuquay-Varina, and Roseville. Next, let's talk about education. Raleigh consistently ranks alongside some of the top cities in U.S. for education, and for a good reason. The school system has plenty of options to choose from, whether you choose a public, private, or a charter school. Schools were a big factor for us too, and Raleigh is located in Wake County School District, which currently ranks number 4 in North Carolina for the best school districts. So if education is important to you and your family, Raleigh should definitely be on your list and on your radar. If you have any questions about schools, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to connect. And we can show you some local school advisors who can give you the inside scoop. The Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill Triangle offers excellent college options, which I'm sure you've heard about. It's home to 3 major Tier 1 research universities, including Duke University in Durham, North Carolina State University in Raleigh, and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. These universities are known for their high academic standards, research capabilities, and strong programs in various fields like science, technology, engineering, and healthcare. In addition, Raleigh hosts other institutions such as Meredith College and William Peace University, which provides diverse educational opportunities for everyone around. Switching over to my happy place, which is the beach. Now I will say our proximity to the beach can be a drawback, as Raleigh isn't right on the coast. But our North Carolina beaches are just 2 to 3 hour drive away, and an easy drive. We moved here from a beach city and we're only 6 minutes from the ocean, so a 2-hour drive was a little bit hard for us. But for others, that's still a lot closer than any beach they live by now, and you can still easily make a day trip to one of the beautiful beaches here. Like Wrightsville Beach is only about 2 hours away, Emerald Isle about 2 hours. There's so many wonderful beaches to choose from, like Carolina Beach and Topsail. They're perfect for weekend getaways. In fact, our family loves the beach so much, we ended up buying a second home in Emerald Isle so we could escape to the coast anytime. It's a great balance, life in the Triangle during the week and beach weekends when we want to unwind. One of our favorite things about living in the Raleigh Triangle area is outdoor life. If you love being outside, Raleigh will feel like home. This area is packed with parks, lakes, trails. Some of them are the William B. Umstead State Park, which offers 5,600 acres of hiking, biking, and fishing. Jordan Lake has 14,000 acres of water for boating and camping. Falls Lake, you can connect to the mountains, to the sea trail for serious hikers. Closer to town, you'll find Lake Crabtree for paddleboarding and mountain biking, and Pullen Parks for kids, with its carousel, pedal boats, and train rides, which we love. Don't miss the Sarah P. Duke Gardens, which is absolutely amazing in Durham. It's a stunning place to explore or relax for hours on end. One thing many of us love about our area is the fact that we get all 4 seasons, and that was another big draw for our family. Winters are mild, highs in the 50s, and lows usually average in the 30s at the lowest. You'll rarely need to shovel snow, if ever, which was a big plus for us. Summers are hot and humid, especially in July and August, but it's a fair trade-off for the beauty of the spring and fall, which feels most like West Coast and in Southern California. The color of the leaves in the fall are absolutely breathtaking. On average, Raleigh gets about 45 inches of rainfall each year, which keeps everything looking nice and green and lush. Now, when I first came here, I was a little bit worried about the bugs and the wildlife. Yes, Raleigh has bugs and snakes, but don't panic. It's not like you're hiking through the Amazon or you're gonna be invaded like the cheesy old movies that I watched as a kid. Like most southern states, you'll deal with mosquitoes and the occasional snake, especially if you're near the woods or water. But we use a pest control service regularly, and it makes a huge difference. We've even got Mosquito Joe coming out during the warmer months, so our kids and dogs can enjoy the yard without worry. If you're in a more rural setting like we are, backing up to a farm with a creek, you might see more wildlife. But overall, it's not really a deal breaker, just part of life in a beautiful green setting. Raleigh checks so many boxes for so many people: good schools, strong economy, diverse neighborhoods, and a welcoming culture. It's a place where you can really build a balanced life. Whether you're raising a family, building a career, or looking to retire and slow things down a bit. Every city, of course, has its pros and cons, but for us, Raleigh has been one of the best decisions we've ever made. There's community opportunity and so much potential here. We're so glad we made the leap. If you found this information helpful, please click the like button below so others like you can find this information as well. And if you're considering relocating to the Raleigh Triangle area and looking to buy a home, we'd love to help. See you all soon.